Okay, so a quick warning before I get started. I'm terrible at reading, especially in English, since it's not my first language. So there might be a lot of stuttering and just confusion. So I'm really apologize for that. Then I'd like to play it. Alright. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Hi, Sayori. My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friends you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kinda works out. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waking up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I'll almost feel better off running away. That's rude. However, I just sign and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You see like you were thinking about ignoring me. Can we talk about how cute she is? I mean, I understand that the game developers probably made to make, well, meant to make her look cute, but I really like her little bow. I feel like it suits her. That's me and Keksukas. Keksukas is a name I chose that in my language means muffin, and I thought it'd be funny if it was anything food related. Plus, I'm really hungry. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. Well, I'd for one love to be a couple for her, so... Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kiksukas, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever he's going on about. That's funny. Surya likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly fine content just getting by the... Okay, I'm reading that over again. I don't understand. Surya likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Also, I'm like sort of like a dweeb, a weeb, a Discord mod, something like that. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. That's actually so embarrassing. Like having your friends worry about you, that you won't be like, that you won't have any friends when you go to college. That's gotta be a little embarrassing. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? She's really sweet. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What is a NEET? You trust me, right? No. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Okay, little break. I'm gonna take a bite of my bandala. I'm still chewing. Okay, it's down my throat, Other than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she doesn't exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sorry wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Please don't. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Mini. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori. We talked about this. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all of this out. I'll let out a long sigh. But I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Wait, my necklace fell off. What? How is this possible? My necklace never fell off before. That's crazy. And thus, today marks this day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I've told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you bad boy. Why to kill the atmosphere? Keksukas, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Our words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Yuri is really cute. I feel like she's gonna be my favorite. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Keksukas. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so gently feels a little... Whoa, what did I do? You too, Monica. Come sit down, Keksukas. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make something as well? I love Yuri. I love Yuri. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki gets wrapped a tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori tucks her how full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her seeking glances in another direction. Oh, why? Is she waiting for me to take a bite? The bite of 86? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is real good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you definitely did. Sayori said, well, maybe I... Not for you, you know, dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teapot in front of each of us before setting down the teapot and to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I love how she plays with her hair, it's so cute. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'm not sure I would take something I personally enjoy and make it into something special out of it. And if it encourages people to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also adds an agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes cool events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You're now it. I'm sorry. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls are interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Keksukas, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her tape cup with their finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a fairy world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep topological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how writing can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might be as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected it, Yuri, for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud.
What is it going to be called? My pink hair and kawaii heart against the world?
I'm gonna back.
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Are they flirting? Is this Yuri? Sari slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess
I do sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? If you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen our bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kitsukas? Monica smiles warmly at me once again.
Hold on, there's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
I don't know which one of you to date.
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth that's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sir may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought...
You're so close.
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, the writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you just gave her the cupcake, I'm gonna be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's segment, write a poem to bring to the next club meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once more. Kitsukas, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Kasuka, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, so Yuri and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart to the clubroom and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I be really happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh, buddy. Okay, it's time to write the poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I really like Yuri, so I'm going to choose something tragic, something really sad and deep. Okay, why isn't Monica here though? What if I wanted to go closer to Monica? Okay, well, I'm going to pick tragedy. Tragedy? Okay. Heaven sent? Misfortune? Hopeless? Suicide? Disoriented? Unstable? Kawaii? Horror. I really want to get her. Hop, I love Hop. I love Bunny. Okay. Imagination. Philosophy. Fireflies, I guess? Destiny. Anxiety. Depression. Why did she jump at the depression? That's a little scary. Are you okay? Special. Frightening. Extraordinary. Cry. Existence. Existential crisis. Okay, I'm gonna end on this because it's already been 22 minutes that I've been recording.